Hi, it's Nick on the 20th of July, episode 4 of the Message You Were Born to Share kind of trailer, if you like, program I start on the 1st of August to help you be the cause of inspiration in the world, to lead the way with your inspiration. Today I'm looking at the whole idea of looking and feeling credible, because behind the scenes, here's my personal experience is, there's been quite a few times in my life where I felt like a bit of a fraud, where I felt like I'm just getting away with stuff, and I was expecting the kind of, the fraud police to come and tap me on the shoulder and say, we've discovered you don't really know what you're talking about, will you kindly leave the desk now and, leave the building. I'm sure you can probably resonate with some of that. So, for me there's a difference between looking credible and feeling credible. Certainly, I've often found it easier to look credible than to feel credible. But I think what often happens is we make ourselves look very credible, but then we feel like we're a fraud because we think our PR is better than we are, if you like, that we can't live up to our own PR. So that's something I'm going to be talking about on the program. Is how do we move from feeling potentially like a bit of a fraud to feeling truly credible, not just looking credible, but having that feeling of inner congruence. So I'm going to touch on a few ideas with you here now. So just to start with a few ideas on how do we look credible, and I don't mean this in any kind of fake way, but I think the language I most enjoy using is how do we demonstrate our credibility. So here's just a few ideas. I've got a list in front of me here, so excuse me if I look down. Our education, our experience make us demonstrate our credibility, what we've studied and what we've done. How visible we are often gives us credibility. How well seen and known are we? If people have seen and known us a few times, they tend to think we're more credible just because we are in their consciousness, if you like. Another one I call is like social proof, past results. Do we have case studies of people we've worked with? Where were they? Where did they get to by the time we'd finished working with them? Do we have those success stories to tell? Testimonials, what nice things are people saying about us? I find that what I call active demonstration is often a good form of credibility. I've noticed a number of times when I, for example, stand up to give a talk to an audience, some people want to hire me to coach them as a result of it when I'm not even selling my coaching, if you like. So just that active demonstration of what you're talking about often gives you that credibility. Who do you collaborate with? Who are your friends? Who are your collaborators? Who do you partner with? They can add to your demonstration of credibility. So those are all ways, if you like, to look credible. So we will be talking about those more in the program, and how do you demonstrate that credibility? Because in my experience, most people have a lot more credibility than they're demonstrating. Some people are the other way around, where they're kind of over egging themselves, if you like, or over they're creating an image that isn't particularly true. So there are some people like that. But in my experience, most people are the other extreme, which is they're not bringing out all of their credibility. They're missing parts of themselves that they could bring out and show. But here's the bit I think that really makes us feel credible, or has the potential to make us feel more credible. And it's so simple, really, but it's so important, is our own narrative. Who we've become because of what we've been through. When we are the living example, when we embody what it is that we're teaching to the degree that we're able to at any particular time, that is what makes us credible. People are drawn to us when they feel that we do have that inner congruence. Like nobody, just to give you my own example, nobody can take away from me the fact that I've written 14 books. That's just a fact. Nobody can take away from me the fact that I've spoken in 17 different countries around the world. That's a fact. So it's that kind of who you are kind of credibility, that congruence, where you can say, these are the facts of me, and I won't deny them, and I'm not over-egging them, and I'm not under-egging them. They're just the reality. If you were addicted to something and now you're free of that addiction, it's a fact. If you used to weigh 30 stone and now you weigh 10 stone, that's a fact. If you've been single a lot of your life and now you're happy in a relationship, that's a fact. So it's bringing out the facts of your life to stand, the language I like to think of is you stand in your own authority. You are the living example of what it is that your messages are putting out into the world. And the more that we can do that and be honest where where we don't feel like we're credible necessarily. So it's that authenticity. This is not about creating an image, it's about being real. You know, so I've said all those things to you, and there are plenty of things that I still struggle with and I still find difficult. So I'm not saying, you know, for one moment that I've got everything together, far, far from it. But I cannot deny those things that I've done. I cannot deny how far I've come. I've been running a business now for 27 years. That's a fact. I'm still here. That's a fact. You know, so it's bringing out those facts that add to our congruence, because I think so often we feel like we've got to, what's the word, hype ourselves. You know, we've got to pretend we're more than we really are. And I think there's a difference when we can just say, this is who I am, and this is what I've been through, and this is where I've got to. These are the facts. Facts and congruence really create a resonance with people, I think. So that's today's thought. I hope that's helpful to you. So yes, the program, still some spaces on it, starts on the 1st of August. So I'm putting a link in here. And please ask any questions if you'd like to. God bless. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.